I'm Hannah Joy with RamblinRec.com here with Kele Eveland, back at Georgia Tech. Talk about your backstory and what brought you here to work as the new special assistant.
Well, it was actually funny because I coached volleyball the last 5 years at San Diego State. Before that, I played professional in Spain. So up to this point, it has been volleyball. But 2 years ago, I started my own business with a former Georgia Tech alumni. And we just got going, and it's been going really well. It's a web design development company, and it's been going really well. And I've been like, oh, this is awesome. But I've been missing something, missing a little bit. I really enjoyed as a coach being like a student-athlete mentor and working with the student athletes. I love training. I love being in the gym, but I was ready for a change at the time. So it happened really randomly. Teresa, I get a phone call from the associate athletic director, and she was like, hey, Kele, this is what I'm thinking. And she laid it out for me, and I was just listening at the time, and I go, actually, my company that I started is an Atlanta, Georgia company, okay? And I go, hey, Teresa, I'm coming through Atlanta on Monday, and it happened to be a Wednesday. She's calling me. So I was like, and she's like, hey, come on, stop by. So I stopped by, and she laid it out for me, like what the role would be. And what I was really excited about, it would be more of a student athlete mentor, helping with recruiting, you're really explaining what Georgia Tech is and helping student athletes have that understanding of what you're getting yourself in for, but the accomplishment when you come out of it and how it just prepares you for life. So all that happened, and then a couple days later, they called me back and they're like, hey, you want to do this? And I go, if I can keep doing my business and I can move to, because right now I work out of San Diego, I can work, and if I can work and do my business and do this job, I would love to do it.
It sounds like it's a perfect fit. And you former volleyball player, you graduated in 2004. So what's it going to be like for you to come back and now kind of work in two different departments? You're doing volleyball and you're doing softball. Talk about that.
Well, I'm a yellow jacket. I could work in really any program. I'm so proud to be a yellow jacket because I understand Georgia Tech's the perfect combination for school and athletics. You're playing at a Division I level and you're coming out with a good degree. So it didn't really matter. I love volleyball and I was really, I was good at it. But working for the softball team, I'm my desire is really help form these girls into women by the time they leave. So I'm really excited about helping the coaches do that and assisting the coaches any which way I can.
And I'm sure your experience and your very successful career will help you along with that. You are the only female player to have her jersey retired. What does that mean to you?
Well, I'm just this chubby little girl from Michigan. Honestly, let's be serious, that I was a really good student out of high school. I wanted, play at the highest level and get a good education with a degree that meant something. And then Atlanta's a great city to be in because as women, we think career afterwards, because, you don't think you're going to play professional. I happened to play 4 years. I was fortunate and blessed to do that. But you don't think that. You're thinking degree. So that's the reason I came here. And I was just this chubby little girl with a chip on my shoulder, wanting to prove to the world, to work hard. And I seriously didn't care what I looked like. Hair is all a mess and wore the holiest knee pads I could find because I worked for those holes. So I was a little crazy. And
well, it paid off.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, it's so good to hear that you're doing well. You picked up some Spanish when you were out playing in Spain, correct?
Sí, hablo español. Yep. That's what helped me with Georgia Tech really did teach me because I honestly thought I was going to play for 1 year, only 1 year. So I'm thinking, oh, do I learn Spanish or don't I learn Spanish? This is only going to be 8 months is the season. But something that I left Georgia Tech with is that determination. You work hard. You show up, you make that choice every day. So I really decided to learn Spanish and put myself in this academy in a way. It was like a hole in the wall school. And when I went every day at 9 a.m. and learned, went to practice afterwards, studied at coffee shops, went to practice in the afternoon, and then I started going to church over there. And I would sit, and the pastor was speaking. I had no Bible around me. I was like dictionary and writing down words and I was trying to catch whatever. But I really grinded it out like Georgia Tech taught me. With school, you do that.
Well, we're so happy to have you join our team again for the second time, and I certainly wish you the best of your career.
Thank you.
Again, I'm Hannah here with Kele, back at Georgia Tech.